Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today we are doing another subscriber car build rating thing. This time it's like episode number 7, and so I just want to say really quick before we even get into it, thank you. I cannot believe so many of you guys have already sent me your cars, and I still have enough to do another video. But we are getting shorter and shorter on the old supply, so if you want your car to be in the next video, please send a DM to me on Instagram at ss.marky. Also guys, usually I do it in like, I'll tell you one thing I like about the car, one thing I don't like about the car. Today I'm not going to do that. Today I'm just going to give you guys a number rating. So it's like, obviously like the normal like 1 to 10, 1 being like, this car sucks, I'd rather walk. 5 being like, it's stock, it's average, it's right in the middle. And then 10 being like the most perfect car ever. Also guys, I started a new YouTube channel, so if you want to go support that, it's going to be the top link in the description. Also, check out the website. Of course, you guys know I had to do it to them. www.smoothstance.com/shop. It's almost going to be summer pretty soon, so pick yourself up some shirts or shorts, man, so you can stay nice and cool during the summer. Let's get into the video. All right, so first off, it's actually something new here. We have a returning member, a returning subscriber sending in a completely different car. It is Saw Jr., and in the first ever subscriber build rating, he actually sent me in a 8th gen Civic that he had, and since then he's gotten a new car. It's an Acura RSX. I don't know if it's a Type S. He doesn't really say much about it. He just says, here's another car. But the color is absolutely gorgeous. The wheels, they look so good, but also at the same time, I love the wheels, but how come the car is so high off the ground? Like, it looks slammed, but it's also not slammed. Very, very scary. I don't know what's going on there, but I do like the car. I mean, the color is beautiful. I love the RSX. I think it's one of my favorite Hondas ever built. I love the RSX Type R wing on there too, by the way. If you have an RSX, please put that wing on there. I know it's basic, but it's basic because it looks good. Like, this car just screams cool. Is it the coolest RSX out there? Not at all. I mean, it is very cool, but it ain't the coolest RSX. So I have to give it probably a 7.3. 7.3. Starting off good though. That's a really nice car. All right, next up we got Justin Williams at JWay on Instagram, and this build makes me just so happy to see. Anyway, it is a 1973 Datsun 240Z, and he says it was a barn find and was sitting for 10 years before it was gotten to him, and he got her back on the road. It's a stock engine, it's carbureted, rewind wheels, painted by previous owner. This winter it got custom coils and doing an engine refresh along with other maintenance stuff. So it's got, you know, it's nothing like crazy built. It's not like a super high power or beautifully like well crafted wide body kit or anything like that, but it's simple and it's a barn find. So he took something that was going to die and helped it live, and it's a Z, and I love Z's, and it looks so clean. Like, it's in very good condition, from at least from these pictures that I see here. And I actually surprisingly do like that paint job on there, like with the stripes there. Usually that only works on old muscle cars, but I guess it just works on any old car because it looks good on this. And 240Zs are just like icons of the Japanese JDM world, and they just work so well, man. And I love your little story behind it too. Freaking barn finds are the coolest thing in the world. So big props to you for like even reviving this car and spending the time and money to do that. And I know this car means more to you than my freaking 350Z will ever mean to me, to be honest, which is awesome to see, man. So I gotta give it just for that, and the fact that it is very clean, and I do like it a lot. I'm gonna give it an 8, and it's a Z. Okay, it deserves an 8. All right, next up we got Craig at Craig_34, and he has a 2016 BMW F30. It has an intake, catless downpipe, intercooler upgrade, charge pipe upgrade, piggyback tune, which is a hilarious freaking name for a tune, by the way. It's also sitting on BC racing coils, Swift spring upgrades, and wheels are Oddhon AHXs. Yes sir, Oddhons are the way to go, man. I'm telling you guys, they're quality wheels and cheap, and they look good. But anyway, I love F30s. I mean, I always have, I always will. He also has an E46, by the way, but we're just going to talk about one car. But I've always loved F30s. I want one so bad. If they weren't super expensive, I would totally buy one. When they get cheap, I'm going to buy one, trust me. The F80 M3, on the other hand, is like one of my actual dream cars, and the F30 is just like a step below that, and they're just so gorgeous, man. I just love them. And you got to keep BMWs clean. Like, you can't do any crazy wide bodies or anything to BMWs, or at least in my opinion. It looks a little silly after that. It's meant to just be like a luxury car that looks cool, and that's exactly what he did, and I just love it. I hope you're not really gonna plan on doing anything else with this thing, really, because it looks clean how it is, but who knows? I mean, maybe you have some better plans in mind than I do. But anyway, the car is clean. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Alrighty, next up we got Brody Merritt at Brody Merritt on Instagram, and he has a 1989 BMW 325 IS with an M50 swap. It's tuned and it has E36 hubs, brakes, and coilovers. That's sick, man. This thing's like a freaking Frankenstein car. Also, the fitment is awesome, and it's a freaking E30, and that is a clean E30, by the way. I want an E30 so bad, by the way. I just want to put it out there real quick. I would kill for an E30. They are so gorgeous. Also, really quick, let me know in the comments, Brody, is it every single E30 that has like the reverse popping hood, or is it just certain models? Because if it's every E30, that makes me even happier. Because I love how when hoods open up that way, it looks cool. But anyway, car is clean. It's an E30, which is very hard to say. Usually E30s are just terribly in god-awful condition. Your fitment is nice. The wheels, it could go for some better wheels. I'm not the biggest fan of those wheels. I understand they're probably like $1 million wheels, and people are going to flame me for that, but I don't know, all right? I'm just not a real big fan of them. Also, it does look kind of stock on the outside, but I'm sure you kind of meant for that. The E30s are just gorgeous no matter what you do to them, to be honest. And so I'm sure he just wants to keep it clean and simple. But I like it, man. I mean, I love E30s. It does look a little bit stock, and I don't really care too much for the wheels. So I got to give it like a 6, but it's a gorgeous car. All right, next up, we got Logan Smith at, what is it? Flooded Fusion 16. And he has a Ford Fusion, I'm assuming a 2016. And the mods are an intake, fender flares, tinted taillights, gauges, straight pipe steering wheel. It's tuned on 93, which surprised me. It's got a carbon wing, welded tow hook, and a blacked out front grille. I'm gonna be honest, man, that's like the whole purpose of these subscribers cars, but I don't really care for it too much. It's not my biggest, not my thing. I wouldn't really necessarily do this to a Fusion. I personally think a Fusion is just kind of meant to be a daily driver. You don't got to make every car fast, okay? And one thing I always try telling people is that if you're given like a daily as a first car, like I was given a PT Cruiser as a first car, instead of modding that first car, you should save your money for the car that you actually want and then modify that one and then use a daily as a daily. And I still think you should have done that. Maybe this thing's fast, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's like a super sleeper build and I would get gapped, and maybe there's like a subculture for this out there that people do like this, but it isn't my thing, man. That's the point of these videos. I'm gonna have to give it a 3. All right, next up we got Daxton at 1997.Lexus LS400, and he has a 2013 BMW F30. Just kidding. He obviously has a 1997 Lexus LS400, and the thing is clean. He gave me absolutely nothing to go off of on what's done to the car, so we're gonna go off of the pictures. And the first things first, I don't like the wheels. I don't. I never liked those big style wheels. What are those things called though? I know exactly what those wheels are. I've seen them before. I know what they're called. I just can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. Someone's gonna have to tell me in the comments. But I know what those wheels are. I just can't think of it right now, and I don't like them. Eurolines. Aren't those what they're called? Eurolines? But I don't know. Anyway, it does look clean. Besides the wheels, it also looks like you could definitely lower this thing some more, man. It looks like it's actually on stock height. So if it is on stock height, buy some coilovers. Sorry, my furnace just turned on. If you lower this thing and bought some different wheels, it would be gorgeous. And maybe you like those wheels. I mean, it's your build. Go for whatever you want to go for. But I personally probably wouldn't be putting those on there. But I mean, it's an LS400, man. And it's like the LS400 with the really good looking front end. There are like LS400s that have like a really boring front end, and then there's these ones. And these ones look way better, to be honest. I also love that color combo on the LS400s, the tan bottom and then the white top. Just looks so luxurious. I like it, man. I like the car. There's a lot of things I would change on it for sure, so I'm not going to give it too high of a rating, but I do like it. I'd probably say 6. All right, next up we got 180.MV with 2 eyes. And he has a Acura RSX once again. Hey, welcome back, RSX. How are you doing? And he only, first of all, I want to apologize because he only gave me one picture to go off of, so it's not going to really be able to last long. But there's not really much to talk about anyway, because personally, I like that other RSX better, but this one is a nice start. I just don't like those wheels. I don't really care for the fitment. And I can't see the front or anything else, to be honest. And I also don't like weather guards. Just want to put that out there. I hate when people put weather guards on their car. I just think it looks tacky. But anyway, I mean, it's still cool. Don't get me wrong. My standards are so high because of the other RSX. So, but yeah, this one, I mean, I'm gonna give it a 5.5. All right, and the final guy for today is Don Shepe, or Shepe. I don't really know how to pronounce that, my boy. I'm sorry. And he has a EK Civic. He did not say the year, but it's an EK Civic. We all know what that is. And he says, real quick, first of all, he said that he actually just bought the Civic hatch yesterday. And so I'm going to go all out on it because I know that it's not your personal build, and I don't care at this point. And he says it's on coilovers, has an aftermarket intake, headers, push to start, security chip, has a little wing and bumper lip, different exhaust, LED lights front and back. Only thing is that it's an automatic, but I plan on hopefully K24 swapping it one day. That is the plan. K-Series the world, my boy. But yeah, I mean, I actually don't really mind it too bad. I was gonna roast you just because I knew you didn't do the mods, but I can't really roast it too much. I mean, it is filthy, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it just looks gross. If you clean it up, it'll look really nice, but the paint just looks like nasty. Like, I feel like if I touched it, I would get like hepatitis C or something. But this car, I mean, it's a fun start for sure. Don't get me wrong. You have ways to go. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. You got some work on your hands to make this thing awesome, but it's a good start, and I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, I'm sure it's reliable as hell. I'm sure the other guy made a lot of mistakes, and so you're probably trying to fix those mistakes right now, and it sucks. Trust me, I've been there. But it's a good start. That's all I have to say. It's a good start. I'm not a big fan of it though, how it sits. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.2. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the new channel, which is actually like kind of popping off right now. And so that would be great. If that channel can pop off, I can afford to build a 350Z for you guys and make more and more content for you guys, and I'm super excited. So if you want to support that channel, please, by all means, go for it, because then I can support this channel with that channel's earnings, if that makes any sense. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Send your cars if you want them featured in the next video. And das vidania. Have a nice night.